So there's a story in the Bible. There was Mary. I'm forgetting the other lady in the story. They wanted to go to the grave of Jesus, to his tomb after his resurrection. But they were worried and they had a discussion amongst themselves because they were concerned about who was going to roll away the stone that was found in the tomb. Saka iwo ndo zvavaityira kuti anozodibvisira zidomborera, because you know the graves in Israel, the tomb inenge iri like a cave, and then there's a very big stone that's at the entrance. So because they were just the two of them, vaityira kuti ndiani achazodibvisira dombo iroro, but still they went ahead with their journey. And the Bible records that when they got there, they found the stone already rolled away. So when I read that story, I was thinking, what if these guys had cancelled their journey? What if these guys had aborted the mission because of fear of the fact that there was going to be no one who was going to remove the stone away from the mouth of the cave? But what God honors is action on our behalf. What God honors is you taking the first step, because that stone was actually rolled away by an angel. So a lot of the times in our lives, we miss out on opportunities, we miss out on chances, we miss out on things that could actually change our lives because we are too concerned about every detail. But most times, God is only waiting for you to take the first step. Listen, the life and the journey and the walk of faith does not require you to have everything figured out. It's just about taking the first step and doing what you can at that very moment. There's a story also in the Bible about certain lepers who were at the gates. So you know, leprosy, one, chiri contagious, and secondly, chai considered as kuti munhu ane leprosy atukwa naMwari. Saka vanhu vaibvanzi vanonogara kunze kweguta. And these guys, they were lepers, and it was during a time of famine. Ordinarily, kana kusina nzara, vanhu vane maperembudzi vaiva vachisirwa chikafu nehama dzavo. Vanhu vaingosvika nendiro vongoswededzapo kuti vaone chekudya. But because there was famine, there was hunger in the city, there was no one to bring food for them. And these guys said, well, if we stay here, we are certainly going to die of hunger. If we go into the city, we might also die because people might kill us, because that was the law. But they said, well, if we stay here, it is certain that we are dying. But if we make a step, if we make an effort, there is a possibility that we may survive. And you know what God did? When those guys started walking, the king of Syria, if I'm not mistaken, heard as if there was a large army. He heard sounds of chariots. He heard sounds of horses coming, when it was only these few guys who were coming into the city. Dova king uyu nemachinda ake and the other guys, they ran away, they fled because they thought this army is going to overpower us. It was God who actually caused the king to hear such a sound. Why? Because God honors people who take action. So I want to encourage someone who wants to retire today and say, I'm not getting out of bed, depression is killing me, or I'm not facing the world because the obstacles are too high, or I don't know how I'm going to get out of this situation, or I don't want to apply for this scholarship because even if I do apply, where am I going to get money for this and money for that, even if this does work out? But listen, don't worry about who's going to roll away the stone. Jesus is going to take care of that. You only have to make your first step. Good morning.